This video is presented by Western and Southern Financial Group, a game plan for your financial future. Every great team starts with a strong foundation, and your future should too. With life insurance built like a championship roster, Western and Southern helps protect what matters most so you can focus on winning today while planning for tomorrow. Whether you're just starting out your journey, building your dynasty, or ready to retire like a champion, Western and Southern has the right play for your life stage. Visit westernsouthern.com to get your free life insurance quote today. Western and Southern, built to win. Let's go back to Thursday Night Football. Cowboys and the Detroit Lions, last game that we're talking about here this week. 44-30, Detroit Lions got a big win, a much-needed win there for them. Slowed down the red-hot Cowboys. Top 5 graded players that we had for the Detroit Lions. Safety Avonte Maddox with a 90.3. Edge rusher Aiden Hutchinson, a 90.1. Defensive tackle DJ Reader, an 84.2. Offensive tackle Penning Sewell with an 82.8. And then edge rusher Al-Qadim Muhammad with a 79.1. Jared Goff in this game, a 70.4. Dallas' side of things, wide receiver CeeDee Lamb with an 83.6. Wide receiver Ryan Flournoy with an 82.0. Defensive tackle Quinnen Williams, a 75.1. Offensive guard Tyler Smith was 71.7. Edge rusher Sam Williams is 66.3. Dak Prescott in this game, a 67.9. Seth told the story.
So what could have given the Cowboys a chance to win this game is the improvement from their defensive line and Quinnen Williams and how well those guys have been playing up front. What didn't give them a chance to win this game was their secondary. That is clearly still a problem if a veteran quarterback like Jared Goff can get rid of the ball quickly enough, and he did that an average time to throw of 2.3 seconds in this game. What does that lead to? Dallas, 30.3 coverage grade in this game. And for as bad as they've been in coverage all year, that is the worst coverage grade they've put up. 6 missed tackles in coverage, 178 yards after catch allowed, second most for them in any game this year. The only game where they gave up more was the overtime tie, 40-40 against the Packers. They're definitely improved up front, absolutely. But in the moments where they needed their secondary, just one time to make a stop, couldn't get it done. And Dak Prescott obviously kept trying to claw back into this game. The offense looked pretty good for stretch, especially in the second half. They started getting a little hot. Even when CeeDee Lamb got hurt, got a concussion and left this game, they still kept it going, right? You had other guys stepping up. Ryan Flournoy's been stepping up for them. But defensively, now it's that back four, back five that they really need to figure out who are the keepers, right? Because the defensive line, you go into next year with Quinnen Williams, Donovan Ezaraku, right? Oso Digizua. You've got guys on the defensive line that can compete. This back seven in coverage has to be better. They were nowhere near good enough in this game to slow down Jared Goff when they really needed to. And the Lions, they didn't run all over consistently, the Cowboys, right? There was a few big ones, but it wasn't terrible up front. But they just could not get a stop in the passing game when they needed to, especially when it came to tackling after the catch.
Yeah. Lions in the red zone were great. 4 for 5 in the red zone. I mean, anytime that's the case, I feel like they're going to be putting up 30-plus on you. So you're really in for a high-scoring race. The most impressive for me was Amon-Ra St. Brown. 6 catches, 92 yards. I found this quote from him from Michael David Smith for Pro Football Talk. This is from Amon-Ra St. Brown. It said, quote, after the game last week, I heard it on Thursday. Friday, I couldn't walk. Saturday, I could barely walk. And then at that point, I was like, all right, I can't play. This hurts too bad because he had sprained his ankle. Sunday, I was able to walk a little bit better, tried to jog around, couldn't even do a warm-up, kind of felt down, feeling like I couldn't play. Then Tuesday came, felt a lot better. I felt like I had a chance. Wednesday, I was like, okay, I feel like I might be able to play. 6 catches, 92 yards. 2 big first downs for him. I mean, he's a stud. Just to play through pain, to play the way that he did. I mean, you watch him out there, and he's running, I don't want to say as if he's 100%. I can tell he wasn't quite 100%, but a lot of the movements are very similar. So you know that he's playing through a lot of pain. He's making it work. Such a gutsy performance from St. Brown in this game. So that's my most impressive. Shout out to him. Savone Revel, the Cowboys cornerback, struggled in this game. 29.0 coverage grade. He just doesn't quite look there yet, and it was always going to be a process with Revel, even beyond him getting back from the ACL tear, because when you watched him at East Carolina, what was so alluring from him was the size, speed, athleticism, just talent combination that he had. But he was still late to flip the hips, late to recognize things. He just had unbelievable recovery speed and strength. so he could make up for it against a lot of the competition that he was going up against at East Carolina. So that anticipation and feel part of his game was always going to take a couple of years for him to really become that starting potential shutdown outside corner. So I'm not really worried about it. What we're seeing is not anything against what I thought that we would see from him. It's just hard to stomach a 29 coverage grade and the coverage being as poor as it was for Dallas, even if that's the case.
And good play callers are going to find rookie corners.
Yeah, they are.
They're going to find them. And with Revel, I think you mentioned his skill set. It's more of a press man skill set. And he went to a defensive coordinator, Matt Eberflus, who basically doesn't run any press man for the most part. So it's just the learning curve was going to be something that needed to be accounted for, and it might be even more so in this defense. So it is what it is, man. Dan Campbell and Jared Goff, they had a good plan. When they saw him out there, they were going after him with the play calls, and Goff knew how to execute that part of it. Most impressive guy for me, how about Phil? He was already filling in for Kirby Joseph back there at safety. How about Avonte Maddox, who we've known for years and years as a nickel corner, right? He's been on, the Eagles teams, at least the first one. I remember he was a starting nickel on that team, right? But having to play safety in this game, throwing up an 83.4 coverage grade, pass breakup early in the game, 73 run defense grade, and now he becomes even more valuable in the wake of Brian Branch and his season-ending injury. And it just feels like with the Lions, can they ever catch a break on defense with this, with the injuries? Can they ever catch a break at all?
Yeah.
Because, now it's like you were already down Joseph for a while. Now you're down Brian Branch for the rest of the way. The front seven's still really good. Hutchinson and Al-Qadim Muhammad, they dominated this game. Terrion Arnold's out for the year. When are the Lions ever just going to catch up?
It's just a rough year for him, luck-wise. Yeah.
Somehow it's luckier than last year when they had everybody on IR.
Yeah.
But still, it's like now you've got 3 starters in your secondary, and 2 of them for sure out for the year in Branch. And you could argue, other than Hutchinson, that Branch is your next best defensive player. I mean, how many more can they? But props to Avonte Maddox for sure stepping up, because he's going to have to do it the rest of the way as well. He's going to be starting the rest of the way, whether it's alongside Joseph or whoever else back there. But the Lions just can't seem to catch a break when it comes to these injuries, on defense especially.
You are right. But got to win on Thursday. So
next man up.
Next man up.
Get a win.
Next man up mentality.
Playoff stretch.
Here we go.
Man.